Hello and welcome to the Natural Way of Life. This is your April 2025 energy forecast and guidance video. So I'm going to share with you some of the themes through numerology, through the energies this month, and a little bit of astrology to give you a heads up and to give you some guidance to actually help you through the month ahead. So let's get into it. We know April was quite intense. March was quite intense. We had two eclipses. We had a solar eclipse, we had a lunar eclipse. We had full moon, we had a new moon, we had Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde. Like, there was a lot going on. As I'm recording this, it is still Mercury retrograde and it is still Venus retrograde. So in a couple of days, those planets are due to come out of retrograde. But what I would say is this: even after they're out of retrograde, there is still, probably a week or so shadow period. So we won't probably feel the full effects until, I'd say, towards the middle to the end of April of things moving forward more freely. Okay, now we also have the full moon in Libra. That will be approaching around, I'm going to say, the kind of midpoint. I think it's next week. I'm going to say, we have the 13 card here. I'm going to say, I think the date is around the 13th. But if I'm wrong, I will correct myself in the description. Okay, I just didn't make a note on that, guys. But, I'm not perfect. I just try. Now, April, it sounds weird saying April because I think in my head I'm still in March. But universally, this will be what's known in numerology as a 13-4 month. Now, the number 13 can be known as a bit of a challenge number. Some relate to it as a karmic number as well. But what I will say is it has its challenges, but it also has a strong energy too that I'm going to get into. Now, some of the themes I associate this energy with is, I feel this month is going to be actually a big time for healing. We've got the colour green here, and that is connected to the number 4, which I connect to one of the 4th main kind of energy portals. Some people refer to them as chakras as well in the body, which is the heart chakra, okay? That area around your chest, your lungs, your heart, your breasts. That area there extending down to the arms and the hands as well. So be mindful of those areas. If you get any pain or problems in those areas, that is your body physically calling you. There is most likely an emotional root cause, maybe some kind of suppressed emotions or energy behind that. So take a deeper look into that and use this time to your advantage for healing. Now, because it's connected to the heart, and I do believe this, and I do actually believe there are probably studies into this as well, I've heard in the past, but the colour green is actually amazing for healing as well. Someone that's ill, if they went out in nature more, if they surround themselves by greenery, plants, trees, they are going to heal faster than someone that is not surrounded by that. So use that to your advantage. That is a magical thing. So if you're drawn to maybe wear the colour green a bit more this month, maybe you're drawn to bring some more green, some more plants into your home or to your garden. Okay, even green foods, look at that because they will help your body, they'll help your DNA, they will help you to be healthier. So I do feel like health will be quite a theme this month. It's also a time, I'm going to say, to get organised, okay? 4 is that number of, law and order, things in order, the work kind of energy, the grounding, the structure, the stability of your life. Now, I feel for a lot of people, because of how fast-paced and busy this world is, it's quite easy to feel overwhelmed quickly. The speed of life, the speed of every day, it can be a lot. But actually use this energy to kind of use a bit of perseverance, slow down, and I've worded it as in my notes, organising your mind, okay? So your thoughts, your life, your work, and your home. Use pen and paper because so many people these days, it's just everything on their phone. And actually you'll find when your mind is filled with so many thoughts, or you're struggling with racing mind, racing thoughts, actually putting pen to paper is super powerful and helpful, because you can organize your thoughts, you can do and write to-do lists, and it's more powerful when you put your own energy through a pen to paper. You can remind yourselves of things. You could journal how your day's been, journal your feelings, your thoughts, instead of holding everything in. Because when we hold everything in, that can make us feel like we're going to explode and that we're literally losing the plot, okay? Also a great time this month as well, I would say, to kind of declutter and organise your home. If you're someone that maybe struggles with your paperwork, your organisation, the work side of things as well, this is the ideal time, guys, to get this all in order. It will help you, okay? Now, this is the general theme of energy for the month, but what I will say is if you have a 4 in your numerology chart, so for instance your name, your life path, your destiny number, your soul urge, if you have the 13 anywhere again in your energy, you will feel this slightly more intensely than someone that doesn't, okay? I have actually the 13 number as one of my core numbers, so I know I'm going to be feeling it a bit more this month. I would also say as well, it's about learning to trust yourself, because the 4 energy can be related to trust as well. And that doesn't just mean in others, in people, in life, but also trusting yourself and your own judgments, okay? A great time as well to look at the foundations of your life and look what your life is built upon. Is this stable? Is it secure? Is your home life stable and secure? Are your relationships? What are things built on? Are they built on trust? Are they built on strong foundations? Because guess what? That energy resonates with this month, so that will be an area to look at. Again, where maybe do you need more effort? As we've got there, the 13 card, that is about effort, okay? Where do you need to put in some more effort? I would say with that as well, don't take shortcuts, because when that number 13 comes up, if you take a shortcut and if you try and skip out some of the work just to get it done the quick way, it will backfire. Like, you'll end up having to do it twice over. Do you know what I mean? I know from having that number, and I know other people that do, and they can just think, oh, this is the quicker, easier way. I won't do it properly. I'll just quickly cut to da-da-da-da-da. Like, let's say something's broken in the home and it'll just be, oh, mask it over, it'll be fine, instead of actually like maybe replacing, I don't know, the bulb or the fitting or the loose piece of wood, and then it just won't work, and then they'll have to basically do it the longer way, which they've just given themselves more work. That can also be a thing with this number. If you relate, let me know in comments as well, guys, if this information resonates or is helpful, because I love to hear from you all. But yeah, it can be a number of overwork, but it can also be that number of, oh my God, it feels like it's harder to get anything done, Some other people just easily get stuff done, get stuff sorted. If you have that challenge number, you probably find it's a lot harder to actually get things done, or you have to work twice as hard as someone else to get the same results. So take a practical approach to matters this month. Take a grounded approach, okay? And make more time for your grounding as well, because that is going to be super, super important. I've also noted down here as well that the home, you might find your home being a bit of a focus, and as I was just touching on there, maintenance and DIY. So if there's stuff in your home that needs to get done this month, tying up loose ends, just sorting stuff out, and that ties into that universal 9 energy too, of completing things, getting things done, tying up the loose ends. This would be a great month to do that. As I said, you want your foundations of life, whether that be your home, your relationships, and your work, to be built on good, strong foundations. So where you can make any improvements, just persevere and get those done. Now, I'm going to talk now a little bit deeper onto the 13 energy, okay, that we have here. Now, I refer to this as well, people with this number 13, it's not all doom and gloom, okay? I'm going to talk about a deeper aspect of it. I kind of relate it to a divine goddess energy as well, and I feel like if you have this number come up, you may actually, whether you realize it or not, you are more connected with the moon, because originally there should be like 13 calendar months, 13 moons in a year. So the 13 does have that really like lunar connection and energy. So if you didn't realize already, you probably will find the moon has quite a strong effect on you. And it is also about managing, I would say, and embracing emotions that come up, because sometimes, because we've got the 1 and the 3, you might have a block in your root chakra and you might lack confidence, which then stops you and can block you from accessing love through the heart. So if you feel like you struggle more when it's a full moon or a new moon, take extra time to ground, okay? Then you allow the energy to flow up through the 3rd and the 4th energy points in the body. Now, I also connect this number with like a deep spiritual energy, okay? It's that kind of spiritual rebirth energy. If you have this number and you've suffered, let's say, with your mental health, with challenges, with maybe thoughts of struggling to be here, to keep staying alive, or thoughts of, you know, suicide or suicide ideation, that can be a thing, I'm going to say, with this number. I read up on it once and I read it and it hit me like a ton of bricks, like, you know, when something just resonates. Because also in the tarot, I believe the card number 13 is also associated with the death card. Now, that doesn't necessarily have to mean a physical death. What it can mean is it's actually a mental kind of a physical, as in the mental death, and then being reborn. I believe this number brings extra spiritual challenges. There may even be energies from past lives, that maybe in a past life you might have taken your own life, or you might have suffered with, you know, as we're saying, suicidal thoughts and ideas, and not wanting to be here, not feeling able to continue in the world, in your body, and as things are. And often it's quite a deep topic, but those feelings can come up for people because often we can be stuck in a pattern, stuck in a feeling, stuck in life that, you know, we just want to escape from. So this especially is connected, I would say, with that mental rebirth too. It's the mystical, as I'm going to say, the mystical death of the old, worn out ideas and circumstances, okay? Those who are reborn through these mental powers of transmutation. So it is actually a really sacred number. And the word soul equals 13 in numerology, right? That's the same vibration as this energy. So this month, I do believe as well, there will be a lot of soul growth and consciousness growth for a lot of people. People with this number can go through many challenges, trials, tribulations, tests and temptations. But that is on their path to a greater spiritual consciousness. So I believe to help them through, they must seek more grounding, more goodness, more light into their lives. And as I say, don't take shortcuts. It is a number that is highly connected to wisdom as well. People with this number, I will say, often will probably self-sacrifice themselves for others and the good of humanity. But spiritual growth is gained if you have this number, and I relate, and I can say from personal experience, right? If you have this number anywhere in your chart, but I would say if it's your life path, you're going to feel it to a stronger intensity, right? That your spiritual growth in this life is gained through pain rather than pleasure. Let that